Hey guys, it's Dark Hero Josh here, and today we're back with another Blue Lock chapter review, chapter 153. Now, this chapter's title is called Environment, and I've read it like probably yesterday, and as far as I understand everything that's going on in the chapter, this upcoming arc, phase 2, it really seems promising. It really seems like by the end of, the whole of Blue Lock, it really seems that it'll be like one of those top 5 kind of arcs. And it really seems that we might get, more info about other characters like Gagamaru or others shown on screen that really haven't been getting enough screen time or as much screen time as others like Isagi or Rin or plenty of others. Now, before we get into the chapter, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and also comment if I should keep doing these chapter reviews, or maybe review some other characters and their backstories, or even to the point where I can review other animes or manga and give you my take on it. But without wasting any time, let's get straight into this chapter. So the first page of a chapter, we see a bunch of guys like Meguru and Baro, Chigiri, etc., and them just walking down Blue Lock's hallway, or as they call it in this chapter, Blue Lock's prison hallway. Now, it seems that they're approaching the end of the prison hallway, and a lot of them are getting pretty pumped about, I guess, the phase 2 and what's gonna happen, because they're pretty much left out of the dark about what's gonna happen in detail. But Meguru saying that he's pumped, and Chigiri saying that his blood's boiling, and etc., etc. But as they approach the end of the hallway, they see everybody else, but they also happen to see the players of the U20 Japan team that they played against in the previous arc. Now, with the U20's sudden appearance in this chapter, or I guess in Blue Lock, Isagi then asks the question, how come they're here, to Akun? And Akun replies with, you're asking why? Because Ego called us here. Saying that Ego wanted them to become new members of his new project. Now, while walking around the Blue Lock room, Isagi happens to meet Rin, or see Rin, and he says that it wouldn't be Blue Lock without you. And Rin replies, well, don't talk to me. You want to be hero, want to get stabbed. But Isagi then fiercely replies with, oh, shut up, you want to be villain. And all I'm going to say is, before I continue, is whatever this is, this parallel, whatever, it will be, fantastic. And once they can get some sort of chemical reaction going between the two, they'll probably be one of the most unstoppable duos of Blue Lock. Now, with Ego making his grand appearance, of course not in person, but through the TV projector thingy, he then says that, as you might know, he holds the power to decide every member of Japan's U20 team, and that since he figured that, losers might have their own uses, that he decided that the new U20 Japan team will be formed with the members that he's gathered here at Blue Lock. He then follows up with that there's 100 days left before the U20 World Cup, saying that if the Blue Lock players now were to take part of the cup as they are now, then victory is simply impossible. And that this next stage, or I guess the second phase, will show you that. But putting that aside, came up with a method to allow all the players, or I guess members of Blue Lock, to evolve at a rapid pace. Now he asks them a question. What was the cause of you guys getting stronger? And most of them reply with different answers, like awakening your ego, or becoming aware of your innate weapons, etc., etc. But then Ego answers that the reason why that happened to each of you is, without a doubt, the environment of Blue Lock, being enclosed in a cruel space, and that to rise to greater heights, a new environment will be needed. And thus he'd decide that he'd throw them into the hottest hellfire that exists, saying that in this second phase of Blue Lock, you will all be thrown into the peak of the world, Europe's big 5 leagues. England, Spain, Italy, France, and Germany. Now he says that among these 5 countries, each of you are going to pick which environment you want to sharpen yourselves in. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to try to make this part short because it's pretty long, but to, I guess, dial it down, Ego pretty much gives his judgment about, I guess, the best country for, I guess, the best, sense or thing you want to sharpen in yourself. Like going to England would probably help you improve your speed, and going to Spain would help you with your creativity and technique. Italy with your tactical skills. France would help with bigger success, being money. And finally, Germany, improving your rational and logical decisions. Also mentioning that the person who holds the title of best striker in the world, Noah, is there in Germany. That's basically it. And that those 5 countries and those who favor positions other than forward, make your decisions with that in mind. But Ego also adds to say that the survival battle in your new environment that you'll select will also double as a final selection for the U20 Cup as well. And with such an environment being the highest peak of the world, one thing that will be the key to win your place among the best will be demonstrating your uniqueness. Saying that their talent and weapons may have stood out here in Japan, but they'll fail to average the level when compared to the world. Saying that what you feel and what you believe will be a test for you, even if you're still able to show your value that no one else does. Saying that this is a rite of passage to becoming a professional, and therefore you must accurately visualize what you want to become and choose the best environment for yourself. For better or worse, this choice is guaranteed to complete the derail of your life. Finally adding that it's time to put everything you learned at Blue Lock to the test, and that this stage is set, take on the world. And on the final page of the chapter, we see him saying it's time to bet your future in choosing an environment to fight in. You see on the final page that they roughly have about 90 minutes to decide which environment to fight in. And that is the end of the chapter. Now, honestly, I can see this arc being really long. As much as I hate to admit it, I feel like this arc is going to be a pretty long arc, because this arc seems like, you know, a bit of like a training arc. But other than that, I feel like this arc, as long as I feel like it might not be as bad. Considering the fact that it might get better.
ゴールの瞬間、そのためだけに生きる。それがストライカーでしょ。俺はこのブルーロックで生まれ変わる。世界一のストライカーになるのは俺だ。
Soccer and how good they are.
テレビアニメ
And hell, maybe we might be able to see Noah play a game or two, or at least see how he plays on a skill level. Now, for my slight predictions on this upcoming arc phase, whatever you want to call it, I feel like Isagi and Rin will probably go to Germany. And I don't know why, I just feel like wherever they go, they'll probably go together. But I feel like Germany is going to be the set place they're going to go, because Isagi gave, I guess, a reaction when Ego said that Noah is, in Germany. And I feel like Rin is unexpectedly going to, end up with Isagi, and possibly they might, squash this beef and come back being the best duo in Blue Lock history. Or I guess just in Blue Lock. But yeah, since this is the end of the video, please leave a like if you haven't, if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, comment down below your favorite character, or I guess any character currently in the Blue Lock team, including the former U20 Japan team. And maybe take a guess, or if you have the proof to, I guess, show it, comment down below why you think that set person that you chose is going to 1 out of the 5 countries. You don't need proof. You can possibly just have a strong feeling like I do a lot of the time. But yeah, if you want, comment that. And as always, see you guys and have an amazing day.